So in this video I will recover my first full stack project which was lost when my first server died. But before we go into recovering my first full stack project, let me explain to you how I lost it in the first place. Long time ago I had an old laptop which worked as a server. On this server I stored many of my projects and ran them through the server. But one day when I tried starting the server, it made a weird sound from the motherboard. I thought nothing of it, I just turned off the computer and tried turning it on again. But it kept making the same sound, and from that moment I knew it was fried. It wouldn't show anything on the screen and it wouldn't boot correctly. I unplugged it, I tore it apart, I unplugged the hard disk, I replugged the hard disk, I cleaned it inside out and tried turning it on again, but nothing worked. It kept making the same weird sound from the motherboard. That was when I knew everything was lost. But before giving up all hope, I wanted to make sure that the hard disk was not the problem. And that is where my hacking skills came into the picture. In the past, I've done a lot of forensics analysis, which include memory and hard disk analysis. So I plugged the hard disk into my old computer, as you will see later, and started analyzing the hard disk. Through this analysis, I found out that the data was not lost, it was still on the hard disk. So it was only the motherboard on the old computer which was broken. So that put some ease to my mind that all of these projects, including my first full stack project, was not lost after all. Since then, the hard disk has just been lying in a box waiting for its moment to shine. Today's the day. I have the hard disk right here, and today we're going to recover my first full stack project. The game plan is: Step 1, plug the hard disk into my old computer. Step 2, make sure that everything is on the hard disk, and I will try to run my first full stack project. Step 3, recover all the files and upload them to my NAS server. Without further ado, let's get to it. So this is my old computer. Some of you might know it. I used it in my last video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. So the game plan is to just open it up, plug in the hard disk, and then I will connect this with a power supply into a screen, and we will start to recover my first full stack project. So let's get to it. Here we have the hard disk. Just like that. Let's just plug this into my internet and some power, a screen, and let's take it from there. So now you can see the computer is right here. I have plugged some cables on the back into it. So last time I used this software Linux file system for Windows, just like that. And here I was able to access it through the file system. Yes, here it is. As you can see, this is my projects. Node, I think it's inside the node folder. Yes. Okay, so I think everything is here. So what you will be watching now is that I will, inside the networks tab, I will connect to my true NAS. So I will be able to move the files from the hard disk. Now, yes, now it's working. Let's go to data storage and let's just drop everything right here. Call it home server. Like that. So now I've created a folder called home server, and here I will be copying all the files from the hard disk. I will take all these files and copy them right here. This will take some time, but hopefully this is all I need to do. Just like that. I think everything is here, all the node modules as well. So essentially what this project is a home streaming service. So I made it possible for me to watch videos from my phones and whatever on a single platform from anywhere in the world. So that was essentially the idea of the project. So let me show you how it works. I got it up and running. So first you are greeted here. I'm going to log in like that. You were greeted by this main page. There's a navigation bar where you could choose movies and inspiration, and then you could go to the /movie where information about the movie, the IMDb rating, the duration, and a description. This is not a very long description, but it's there. And then an image of the front post, and then you could play the movie, and then of course the movie would play. yeah, that was kind of it. And this project was very fun to build. This inspiration feature, I'm sad that I can't show you this feature, but it was very cool. You were able to randomly generate 3 different movies. But anyways, this essentially is my first full stack project. It was coded using Node.js and Express and EJS as a view engine. I had a lot of fun coding this project. It was very useful. I used it a lot. In my next video, I will try to rebuild this project from scratch using my new tech stack. And the tech stack I'm going to use is the one I talked about in one of my previous videos, where I created a startup in 30 days. So yeah, I'll try to make some upgrades and enhancements. Hope you liked me recovering my first full stack project. This is so cool to see it running again, and stay tuned.